Hey, it's CT. When I'm not hosting podcasts, I live in the real world. I mean, everybody's got to work, right? My job just happens to be CS, customer service. You know, solutions, relationships, and generating motivation to keep your team pumped up and connected to every single guest that comes into your store, whether they're picking up one thing or they've got a giant basket full of things. This is C.T.C.S. Episode number 13, The Great Putback.
Dun, 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 dun. Here we come, a wassailing among the leaves so green. Beautiful fall day. I mean, it's drizzly rain, 44 degrees. The leaves are a bright yellow, red, some brown, touched up with some green on the sides. And you want me to go to work? What? No. I was happy being in the studio, talking to famous people. And now I've got to come out and just go to CS? I was very happy being right where I was with doing the interviews. I was consumed by a lot of them again this week, and I love it. I cherish it. And now, you know, it's like I have to go be that other person. But I have to remind myself in situations like this. And this is what I learn a lot from the people that I have conversations with. I was with Michael Clinton, who's got a new book out called Roar. And it's about locating the new you and being happy with the new you and how you can grow beyond and not, you know, shrivel up and blow away with the next windstorm. And so, you know, so you go and you utilize it. You learn stuff from these motivational speakers and stuff, and you go, all right, man, let's go activate this. Let's go do it.
Interesting way to start a brand new day. You come into CS, and a lot of people like to play the numbers games with you. They will try to create confusion, especially with the lottery, where they'll come in and they'll get like anywhere between 25 and 30 different lottery tickets, and then they'll say, I'll be right back, and I got to go pick up a few things. And you know, I never want to run the lottery tickets without them there, because here's the thing: is that they could take off, and I'm stuck with 30 lottery tickets. Well, they come back, and the numbers game is that I'm going to pay for the food with my EBT, but I want it to be all on the same thing with the lottery tickets. And then the numbers game that they play is that the EBT takes care of the food, but the lottery tickets, they'll say, I gave you $25. You didn't give me $25. I gave you $25, and you owe me change for this. And so all of a sudden, you first thing you do is you get the receipt, and you start breaking it down, and you show them that you're not going to play the numbers game with me. I'm very much aware of how you try to create confusion. Eric is a late night regular. I usually see him, you know, he's one of those people that comes in, you know, like when there's only 5 minutes left to go before closing time. But he comes walking in at about 4:30 today, and I'm like, whoa, dude. Talk about a shock and surprise. What's this all about? And he says, yeah, man, it's rough. I'm going through a divorce. And I'm going, oh my God, okay. So, and then that's where I instantly become a listener and let him share his story, let him talk about what's going on in his life and stuff like that. You know, to kind of provide that community of love, that compassion, that empathy kind of thing. And, you know, I got to hear some pretty cool stuff. And you know, he walked away with a smile and stuff like that. But, you know, I'm going to pray for the man. I'm going to pray for him. Wow, that was quite the major first. A customer, we do money orders here, and they $345. They got the money from the ATM, and you know, it doesn't do fives. It does everything in 20s. So going through the conversation of, you know, why doesn't it do fives, blah blah blah, and stuff like that, and she got mixed up with some stuff, and it was just one of those things where her thoughts pattern it was no longer focused in on she's getting a money order, and I'm going to give you the envelope with the money order. Well, she sets it down and then walks off, and we happened to notice it, and it was like, wow, there is no name tag connected to this $345. We got to put it away. So what I did was when we put it away for safekeeping, I said, here's what you got to do to make sure that the right person gets it. What were the 3 items that the woman purchased? And number 2, what was the second thing she did when she came into the store and asked me for the money order? And she wouldn't forget that. And so she came in later on in the day, and I asked her the questions, and bing, bing, we did it. You know, I love it when people are so real. They're so authentic. They're loving in the heart. They're compassionate. They'll come in, they'll win like $80 to $200 on the lottery, and they look at you and they know that you sold the ticket to them and all that kind of stuff, and then they give you a couple of bucks. I giggle like a freaking child. I do. And, because they don't have to. It's just, we joke around a lot about it. When they win the big one for $1 million, I'm their driver. I'm going to drive them to Raleigh. And it's just, God, there's such love between our guests and our team. I'm not the only one who's a little bit freaked out over this, about Christmas decorations already being up. I mean, look right here. This right here, it's all decked out like a Christmas tree. And here's a little deer, and it's got little blinky lights on. We're like a month and a half away from the big day. So I don't know, but me, I think where I would really like it is if they played some Christmas music while these Christmas lights were blinking. This is the biggest putback that I've ever had to deal with. $1,069.25. They try to make a bolt for the door, and you stop them, and they've got so much food in there, and now you got to put it away. $1,069 worth of food has got to be put away. And here I am in the rows. I'm anxious I'd like to see if I could do this under an hour. I really do. That's my challenge. That's my challenge, to stay positive. The big talk around the store, this is on my second basket now, the big talk around the store is that this seems to be a normal thing that's going on across the country, where people walk into grocery stores and they shop to the hilt, and then they just walk out. But nobody was shocked that this was happening. Doing everything you can to turn it into a game. How well do you know your store? You think you know it well? Turn it into a game. This is like Squid Game, I guess. It's just challenge yourself to go the distance to find peace when there's nothing really positive going on. I'm having a difficult time with the second basket. I mean, it's really very, very full. On my third cart, $1,069 worth of groceries being put back. The second cart, what made it really tough was the fact that there must have been like $200 worth of spices. Now I've got all cold stuff such as cheese, eggs, tea, and things. This is, what can you say but just keep moving. It's been 1 hour and 27 minutes, and I'm working on the absolute final part of the big take back. She's definitely a pattern person. In looking at everything that's been going back, it's like she was raiding the walls of every aisle and just throwing it in there, because the stuff that I'm putting back, it's a lot of stuff that's side by side, and I don't understand why this is a big thing and why people are doing it, but it does affect other people. And here I am. Am I trying to get you to feel sorry for us? No, I don't want that at all. I just want you to understand what really goes on in a grocery store. And if you next time you go in, look beyond what you're looking for and take note of the drama.
That was absolutely not the way that I could have predicted how the night was going to go. I find myself, I laugh like that when things are tough in the way that it felt like a big test. That it's like, how well do you know your store? How well do you know your store? And I guess it's ego talking when I say, I know my store. I may not know it perfectly, but I know my store. And I want to thank the person that came in. I want to thank them for doing what they did. I'll tell you what, it was pretty cool, though. I talked with security and stuff like that. They were on to her long before I even came into the picture, and because of the way that she went around and she got things off the shelves and stuff like that, and it was adding up way too quickly. It was he felt that she was going to be what they call a runner, that she was going to load up and just hit the path and go right out the door. And and then I remember my managers looking at me going, he says, I think we're about ready to have the world's largest putback. And sure enough, he nailed it. All I can do is laugh about it. All I can do. I put in over 16,000 steps today, and so I want to thank her. I probably lost a couple of pounds today because of that. So thank you, and hope to see you again.